I'm hating on or I was hating on them. Mediocre. I mean, mediocre is in this guy's name. I mean, give me a fucking break.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Recently, I've been talking about my disdain for the manosphere, and because in the black community, we want to look better than you, I mean, you other black people, we don't even think about looking better than anybody else outside of the black community. Only other people in the black community. I want to be richer than you. I want to be better than you. I want to be perceived higher than you. Whenever you have any type of critique for someone, they say you're hating.
There's nothing but beef here in these black YouTube streets as of late. MTR's videos brought responses from 3 prominent dating coaches. 1 was Alpha Male Strategies, 2 was Mr. Lucario, and the 3rd was this guy. This is Steve the Dean Williams.
That's just how we do it in the black community. That's been going on for 400 years before I even got to this earth. That said, me and Gypsy are going to kick it. This is actually from 2022. We was having this conversation about, because I recently saw one of these dudes talking about game and not having game and whatever the hell.
A person that doesn't have any game. He doesn't have a mouthpiece. He doesn't know how to talk to women. He doesn't know how to communicate himself. He is not authentic. He doesn't know how to seduce. He doesn't know how to romance a woman. He doesn't know how to be seductive. He doesn't know how to be smooth. Hell, he doesn't even know how to be kinky, nasty, freaky, or naughty. He cannot make a woman feel sexy.
Me and Gypsy are going over the game footage. You know, like athletes say, oh, I'm going to go watch some tape.
The most important thing is film study. Why? Because you have to watch yourself repetitively over and over and over again doing the same thing.
What you study on this tape and what you see, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time when.
You can fool us once, but you will never fool us twice.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. We're going over the game. So I'm going to chime in and out while this is going on to kind of like let you guys know where we are in the conversation.
I didn't think of that she's lurking on my page.
100%. All these bitches that talk to me are working on your shit, and you should always look at it like they're probably working on my shit. So if there's anything up there that you don't want them to have as ammunition, oh, this contradicts something that you said before, then it's like, we got an operation going on here. Don't think because it's your page these bitches ain't on there. Yes, the fuck they are. They're on that shit more than they're on mine, because I don't even post that often. I'm just their excuse to be looking at the pages.
Now, this is the part of the conversation. My wife is like, don't think these hoes at my job are not looking at your page. Absolutely, these hoes are investigating your page. So don't put nothing up on your page that you know, these bitches could turn around and try to use as some incriminating evidence or whatever. A lot like what a lot of these dudes have been doing to MTR, I guess Dr. BOA, some dudes were doing that to him. These other, Coach Adams and, you know, O'Shea, like, you know, because people will come and say, oh, you hating on them. Oh, see, I got the receipts of. This is basically what she's doing. My wife is saying, don't think these hoes at my job aren't trying to do that. Let's keep going.
Why does this bitch know that you're honest, Adonis? I never fucking called you that to her. Why would she just know to call you that? Because she's looking at your goddamn social media. That's why. She's on YouTube. Wherever the fuck she's got access to, she's on it. She's on Snapchat. She's every goddamn place. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't tell her, oh, go check out his social media. I didn't tell her nothing like that. She found your shit on my shit. And then she's just lurking on there trying to learn you because she's curious. Especially after I told her all this stuff. I'm curious. And that's why we don't introduce our girlfriends to our men.
You never let another woman get close to your man. Don't bring women to your house. Don't tell your friends your business, not even your own mama. Most women are waiting on their turn, listening, studying, asking questions, watching your man, hoping they could take him.
My friends are not allowed to be bestie with the person that I'm dating. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way.
My dear, be careful not to introduce certain friends to your husband or your boyfriend, especially in the name of, oh, my friend is so cool, let's all go out together and have fun. Some people made that same mistake. Daylight today, that same friend have now become their boyfriend or their husband's side chick or wife.
Because behind my back, you went off to go fucking investigate this nigga. Why? Why did you do that?
Well, in this instance, where my wife says, why would she do that? I didn't tell her that about you. And then the next thing my wife says is, after I told her all of that stuff, because I dropped my wife off to her job, and the girls at her job was like, wait, isn't that your husband? Because I thought that, and my wife was like, yeah. They're like, well, who was that in the, what? hold on. What is going on? Now, you asked. She was not flaunting it in your face. I had to drop my wife off to work. I had to drop my girlfriend off to work. Now, at that time, I was courting her for marriage, so don't think it's just out here, oh, it's bedroom act. Nah, I was, you know, she's about to be down with the team, but it ended up not working out. But best wishes to her. Everything, we're not on bad terms or no nothing like that. But anyway, because you asked women at the job, you asked me who this woman is, what's going on with that, what y'all got going on. This is your, what is that? Why was you sitting in the back seat, she in the front? Why? What the hell? So this is what my wife means by, you know, after I told them about you. Because remember, you asked, you nosy bitch. And this is part of having an inside chick. Nobody has side chicks, and I thought all of us in this manosphere was doing that. I was sadly mistaken. So I hated on all you dudes who don't really get girls in what I believe is the traditional sense like we did in the 80s and 90s. My bad. Anyway, let's keep going.
Who the fuck is he to you for you to be doing that? But you just feel compelled to do that, and guess what? When I have a good dude, or if I have a dude that's good at anything, even if he's not good all around, he's just good at something and I'm bragging about this nigga, y'all bitches gonna try and see if you can get his attention. That's how you end up fucking a guy. You don't just walk through the door like, oh, fuck her, man. No, you're like, ooh, let me see if I can get some attention from him. And then you try, it feels nice, and you're like, oh, I want some more attention. Then you keep going and going and going, and before you know it, you done seduce this motherfucker, or he seduced you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a slave to your feelings as a woman, and that's just what it is. And some guys know that and they play into that, and some guys know but they don't care, so they don't play into it, or some guys don't know it at all, so they just miss out, you know?
I think most guys don't know that.
Most of them I don't think that they do know, but some guys that do, like these pimps, they know that. That's why they'll just tell the bitch what she wants to hear. They're not actually doing any of the stuff that they're claiming they're gonna do. Are you really gonna let her go home anytime she wants? Are you really going to not beat her up if she doesn't listen? Are you really going to send her home with her parents? Are you really going to give her her cut of the money? Or are you going to hold on to it for her? Because this bitch is grown but can't hold on to her own money for some reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing the things that you're saying you're going to do, but you're saying it in a convincing enough way that she believes you. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? That's all it is to it. So
this is why Patrice O'Neal said all you have to do to pimp a woman is to abuse the love that the women give you.
Right, but why does she give you love in the first place? That's the part. I don't even know if he's talking about that part. She doesn't love you because she woke up one day and saw you. That's not why the bitch
she loves you because she believed what she heard. She fell in love with what she heard.
Yeah, your energy and whatever attention you're giving to her is what's making her love you, not just because you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this is about a 2-hour-long conversation me and Gypsy are having. And I'm not gonna play the whole 2 hours from skip forward to the game part. And this is game 2. A lot of people will say that we was actually talk about that I want to I guess zero in on. But this right here, you know, and we do this all the time. We're talking about the game between pimps and hoes, and how a pimp gets how he convinces her to do whatever, and it's all based on the woman's feelings. The pimp knows how to tune in to the woman's feelings frequency. Like 50 Cent said, I tell these hoes whatever they want here, and she's explaining, you know, he says it in such a convincing way, this and this and that. Okay, you guys get all of that. I hope you get all of that, because that's the audience I'm talking to. If you don't get that, of course, tell me in the comments, complain, you salty ass nigga. Okay, but let's get to that part that I'm talking about.
The person who ends up being the permanent fixture is not gonna take nobody announcing anything, convincing them. It's just gonna be you just moving like you move, like how you did around me, and a light bulb going off in the bitch head. Like, I don't want to not have this. Yeah. And I got an opportunity. I'm greedy enough to actually take it, bitch. You bitches could keep playing around. I ain't gonna be the one with a story that these niggas can tell. Yeah, she fucked off because she's stupid. Over here begging us to let her come back. Anyways, What's good with you? There's gonna be a girl that's like, oh, this bitch fucked off? She thinks she can come back? Nah, I need to take that slot up. You know what I'm saying?
How ironic. I didn't even realize. So my wife right here is saying, yo, the girl who becomes a permanent fixture to what we got going on, she's just going to see how you're moving, like how I did, and she's going to say, I don't not want to be around this dude for the rest of my life. Ain't no way. I got to make myself a part of what this dude is doing moving forward. Whatever he doing, I gotta figure out a way to make myself a part of that. And nobody's gonna have to convince her. No one's going to announce it. She's just gonna just keep being around. Then my wife goes on to say that girl who makes herself a permanent fixture is gonna say, oh wait, there was another girl here? Oh, she fucked off? Oh, best wishes to her? Oh, I gotta take up that spot. And here we are. Anyway, let's keep going.
I don't know. Like I didn't know Wu had a sugar daddy since she was 17 and she's 19 now, which means she'll date an older dude.
But that's the whole thing. These sugar daddies, they be virtual niggas that the bitch never even met in person like to be doing. They just a bunch of OnlyFans ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, why did she tell you that about her?
I have no idea.
What did you say before she said that?
I said, why are you telling these girls about our... Because I said, what's your name? And then that's what she said, Argentina or whatever her name is. And she said, Woo, Ariana. Woo, Ariana. I said, oh, okay, Woo. She said, oh, thanks for respecting my wishes. I'm like, why? I didn't answer her. And then Ryan said something else. And then she said again, but why? I said, huh? She said, why? And Ryan said, cause he's trying to add you to his thing.
That's what she wants to do.
That's what Ryan said.
She wants to add her to your thing. She wants to add her girlfriends to your thing because that's her offering. That's how she's getting you to take her seriously. Basically what Jackie thought she was going to do with Gemma. What Ryan is actually trying to do with her friends.
Okay, I actually forgot this part, but as you hear, my wife is saying, this is what Fee wants to do. She said, the girl, Ryan, is saying, oh, he's trying to add you to his thing. And then you hear my wife in the back say, that's what she wants to do. She wants to add this girl to your thing. And basically what Ryan is doing is offering up this girl to you so that you can take her, the girl Ryan, seriously. I hope that doesn't sound too confusing, but the reason I'm throwing this out here is because this is a part of me hating on MTR and O'Shea Duke Jackson and all these other Kevin Samuels, all these other dudes within the manosphere. You guys can have 900 million followers, 1 million followers. You could have $900 million. If you don't got a woman to share all that, because I'm a man. This weird nonsense that these dudes are on, trying to act like, you know, we're from a different dimension. Oh, you old dudes. You're a male. If you're a heterosexual male, you want a girl. And if I didn't have a girl with all of my 900 million followers, not just a bunch of groupies, girls who just want to come over and stay for 30 minutes and leave, be around me for 3 months and then leave, what am I really doing? Because as a man, I'm doing all of this to have peace, and being able to, I guess, have constant access to box is a part of your peace as a guy. These dudes will pretend like that's not, but what you still out here dating for? Whatever these guys are on or whatever, you know, I've been had my wife for 17 years. The first 5 years, for those of you who know the Lord of the channel, it was monogamous. And she was the one who said, yo, let's open it. I wasn't all girl happy like, okay. I was like, open it. Who you got somebody in mind? Yeah, who is this bitch? What is she on? What's her politics? Does she have kids? Where does she live? Is she some homeless bitch? I'm not taking care of this bitch. Who is this? I had to say to my wife 5 times, who is this bitch, before I even let her answer the question. So within this YouTube manosphere space, I thought that would be something that's valuable, somebody who has real world experience. And before you saw my first video, I already had been doing this. But come to find out, and this is me hating, these guys are not on that. MTR is not on that. He don't got a steady girl that he's even doing that with. If he can get a girl, that bitch is like, can't no other bitches come in, and can't you do nothing with no other bitches? And then all of us men, except for us specific type of men, who the girls, and I don't even gotta explain it, because if you watching this far, you are that type of dude. You already are on this. And you're watching this because you like, finally, somebody who fucking gets it. Jesus Christ, I'm tired of these niggas. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you, ma'am. Because there's some women who's watching this who's trying to figure out, how do I get one of these niggas? Because I tried that with these other niggas, and these niggas turned into straight bitches. Salute to you, ma'am. So this is just to reaffirm, yeah, I'm hating on MTR. A lot like Abel was hating on Cain. Yeah, look in your Bible. Who killed who? The guy who lived isn't always the good guy at the end of the movie. Sometimes the villain wins. Anyway, this is probably the last time I'm going to address this. And I know, I'm telling you now, I know these niggas is not going to say nothing. Not because I'm clout chasing, I'm looking for them. I make those niggas look strange because y'all got all of this stuff over this dude. You got more money than him. You got more height than him. You got more beauty than him. You got more subscribers than him. Why the fuck is this nigga having a conversation with his wife about strategies to run on other hoes that's younger and prettier than his wife? Shout out to my guy MILF Woman, who heard one of our Patreon conversations and said, all this time I thought you was manipulating her and you was making her do it. Come to find out she's the motherfucking mastermind. My jaw is on the floor. It's just one of those things. Shout out to all of you men who stayed, females who stayed this long. Like, subscribe, hype the video. We'll see you next time. Not on this crying ass manosphere dating I can't get a girl shit, but we gonna see you again.